spoke. God came and spoke these words to me. Praise will confuse the enemy. I started singing, I started clapping, I started dancing. People were laughing. They knew my problems, they knew my pain, but I knew God would take them away. Hello, family, and welcome to another episode of Delightful Insights, where we are focused on exposing joy in the journey. Thank you so much for joining me today. And it's a little dark up in here because it's been raining all day. All day. So, I'm going to try to get this done. So, again, thanks so much for joining me. The song of praise was Praise Him in Advance by Marvin Sapp. And it is in connection with today's topic. But before I start rolling into that, I just want to say that if this video resonates with you and it's vibing and stuff like that, I had like a little rhyme before. I don't even know what it is now. If it's resonating with you and it's something about a vibe, please subscribe, something like that. Anyway, point is, if you like it, hit subscribe, click like, or share it with a friend or family member. Anyway, or whoever you want, just watch it. So anyway, the point is, that song kind of leads me into today's topic, which is about showing compassion. You know, the effects of compassion towards others. And the only reason why I bring that up is because I'm in this group chat with a couple of sister friends down in Texas, and what we're doing is we're reviewing scriptures and we're kind of highlighting our first thoughts about these scriptures. And today I was focused on what was the scripture? Let me find it right now so I'm not fibbing. Zechariah 7:9-10. And after we reviewed our thoughts or shared our thoughts, I also was reminded I wrote down, I was one of the people wearing the same clothes every week and asking for a place to stay. People's compassion goes a long way. I wouldn't be here today without it. And that isn't further from the truth. You know, that's my personal testimony in terms of if people had a heart like Flint's, or they did not have some sort of compassion or empathy or even sympathy towards what I was going through at that time in my life, I wouldn't be here. You know, if people didn't hear my cry, I guess, per se, you know, and I know that in most cases, at least for me, it was strangers that helped me up front in the beginning. So those of you who don't know, it was shortly after my journey in sobriety when I started off. I was faced with not having a place to stay. So it turns out there were some strangers in my life, from 12-step program to, I want to say, all the way up to the church family, you know, within a few years. From 2007 to 2010, I was introduced to a plethora of people that found it in their heart to help me. They simply just reached out, or they knew my story and saw me trying my best to stay sober, not take a drink, and they just either opened up their doors to their home, either gave me food to eat, groceries, all the way down to just simply a smile, you know. So I just want to really talk about, just briefly, about how important it is to be compassionate towards others. And like I said, in our group chat, we're talking about you never know what other people are going through. And it's very true. You know, we may look okay on the outside, but on the inside, we may be going through some turmoil. But now, for me, time is a big deal. You know, I believe that when someone shares their time with me, or considers spending, you know, a block of time with me, or to listen, to talk, to hang out, that's a big deal, because that's all we have. It's not replaceable. So for me, I need to be careful about when I extend myself, whether it be friendship or what have you. I need to be mindful of just extending myself and leaving it there. And I know some people can take that for granted. Look, I know they out there, I get it. I know that's why some folks kind of have a wall up or are apprehensive in terms of reaching out to someone that they don't know, or if you see someone on the street and you want to hand them $1 or give them a meal, or if someone actually approaches you at gas station, say, "Hey, do you have any change? Are you really going to give it to them?" That kind of stuff. I get it, But on the other hand, on the other side, if it were you or I, would you want someone to be compassionate towards you in your situation? And I know I'm kind of bouncing around because I'm thinking of both ends. I've been that person on the other side, asking for help, or even afraid to ask for help, because of shame or embarrassment, or someone saying no. So I get that. It hurts. However, at the same time, God had kept bringing people in my life, replacing people in my life even, that would help me. On the flip side, like I said, for me, extending compassion and all that good stuff, I need to make sure that it's genuine for me. When I give of myself, I also need to make sure it's a genuine request if someone is asking for it. And I guess that's another thing, right? If someone isn't asking, does it mean that you don't need to give it? What do you think? What do you think? So I kind of bouncing around, like I said. Other than that, I just really appreciate y'all visiting me today. It's short and simple. Like I said, I just wanted to touch on compassion and to encourage you to extend yourself to someone who's in need, to extend yourself to someone that may approach you and ask for help, whether it be a family member, friend, or otherwise, but maybe a complete stranger. Examine your heart, examine your spirit, have a spirit of discernment. And like I said, for me, sometimes it's hard. It's not hard, rather, it's challenging to have a spirit of discernment when it's people that I know. So just do your best to examine, the situation as a whole, all variables, and then go from there, right? And ask God to help you on that journey, on that path of being available to others and helping them in any way you can. And it doesn't always have to be financial, It's just simply, like I said, being a friend or having a listening ear, showing compassion in their situation. Yeah, it goes a long way. But I can tell you now, I would not be here today had it not been for the compassion of people. So there's good people out there still that still care, that just have a genuine love for others and want to help. So with that being said, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for letting me share. And once again, if you like the shirt, check out elorasong.com. I'll put something on the thing, or maybe not. You can check out the description box as well. But anyway, thank you so much for listening. Thanks for letting me share. And I wish all things freely given by God, happiness, joy, prosperity, all things freely given by God, and most importantly, love. Until next time. Deuces. Give him glory. Tell your story. Listening. Come on. In the good times, I started dancing. People were laughing. They knew my problem. They knew my pain.